Hello Mgtows, hello men, hello MRAs. I wanted to talk a little today about social recruitment, proselytization, indoctrination to Mgtow, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. We're trying to recruit members into Mgtow. So how do we go about doing that? So who does recruitment? Everybody does recruitment. Facebook does recruitment. Employment does recruitment. The Army does recruitment. Jobs do recruitment. Colleges do recruitment. Churches do recruitment. They all do it a different way. Religious proselytization is common. Proselytization in cults is common, but we don't want to be like a cult, or like a cult of feminism that bases their ideologies on lies. And they do lie. And that's the thing about Mgtow. Mgtow is probably one of the most truthful things in the ideologies of Mgtow. It's very truthful. Nobody said it was easy to take, and easy to take and truthful are two different things. Sometimes the truth is hard to swallow. So John the Other just did a video on manginas and how to approach a mangina. And what he was talking about is recruitment, wasn't he? Recruitment into Mgtow, and we're trying to sway the ideologies of manginas and men that just don't know. And like he says, they're hard to take. They really are. Most people don't want them around. Most Mgtows don't want them around. But if you do run into a mangina and you do get an argument going, or you do have a chance to sway his ideologies away from of feminism, what do you say to him? How do you approach this thing? We know men are different, and a mangina is quite different. He's quite androgynous. Most manginas I've seen are androgynous, so you can't attack them on the male front of masculinity, can you? Bernard Chapin just did a video on this. He says dealing with manginas and dealing with androgynous, and the couple that was trying to raise their kid as androgynous. But the truth about manginas and androgynous males is deep down inside, they're men. They've got male brains. And there was one case of a man that had a female brain. You'll probably hear that case brought up, but that's not typical. Most men typically are right-sided in their brain. We've talked about the female brain and how the female brain works on mostly the left side, or a shared. They'll say a shared. They change this. They seem to change this every year or so. If it displeases the feminists, they change how they think their brains work. But basically, what they're saying is they're emotional, and that comes from their kind of emotion comes from the left side of the brain. The male emotion comes from the right side of the brain, which has negative emotions. And when you talk to a mangina, he's going to respond to negative emotions, like most men do, shaming. So you have to talk to him in that way. You have to preempt the conversation with some language, some certain specific language. So we know that manginas get their identity filtered through the female, the gyno, feminism. They get their identity filtered through it. That's why they're there. And what Mgtow has to do is give them an identity of masculinity, hopefully, but that may not be an option in some cases. Some men may reject their masculinity and go for something else, power, control, anything. But when we start looking at the mangina, what do we see? What do we see about him that may work? And let's get back to negative feelings. Most men on the right side of their brain associate with negative feelings. So how would you approach them? In a short paragraph, which I used on John and others, and I'm sorry if I use it again, I would say feminism makes you insignificant. MGTOW approves of you no matter how much or what they tell you. Feminism makes you insignificant. It's a negative word. It's a use of negation, and these are words that feminism often use on us MGTOWs, and we hear them all the time. It's control, inhibited, manipulated. There's a lot of words, dehumanized, ashamed, shame. They try to use shame on us. Invalidated, resentful, ridiculed, teased, underestimated, worthless. Does this sound like you're talking to a feminist? Yeah. They use these words. They use these words a lot because they have an effect on the male. Now, what other males do we have? We have blue pill males. We have alpha males. Let's talk about the alpha male and how to proselyte an alpha male. And that's pretty easy. We can look at the college example and dormitories. And so we look at the typical alpha male when he approaches a sorority or something. And what are the words they use on him? Well, it's honor, strength, service, words like that appeal to his masculine side. It appeals to his blue pill side, strength, service, and these things are based on service. And then they always follow it up with the brotherhood of the fraternity, how we're there for a lifetime, and how we're always going to be there for you, brother, stuff like that. And there's other different kinds of males, beta males, and very rational males, and all sorts of different kinds of males. We can see this around the manosphere. We can see this from me. We can see this to Stardust, the Barbarossa, Louis Marco. We can see this a lot of the guys, RBK, John the Other. Very different personalities, very different people, very different males, all in all, and to approach each and every one of them with a one size fits all recruitment process, that kind of defeats it, because you're going to start what's inclusive to one person may be exclusive to another. So we look at the recruitment and how we do recruitment as in Mgtow. It's broad-based. We have a lot of different people doing a lot of different videos, and each person does his own unique brand of video, which he targets a specific male. I know what males I target. I know which males I get around here. We look at Stardust. We look at what he tries to do, and he does a very good job of it, and what kind of male goes over there. And there's the rational male, the rational thinking male. And Barbarossa, he's got this, pretty much the same platform, and a little more powerful. He appeals to the machismo a little bit in the male. RBK appeals to more the writer or the the articulate male, and Louis Marco appeals to the alpha male, and that type of male. So picking and choosing our words as we draw up these game plans for recruitment, keeping in mind the male mind and how the male mind works. And that's all I wanted to talk about a little bit today. I've been having a hard time pushing out videos, and been kind of busy, and that's about it. You Mgtows, take it easy, and enjoy this November, this beautiful November. I don't know where you're from, but it's snowing and it's cold. It's really cold here. It's 20 some degrees, and we got some snow on the ground now, which is really depressing, and it's hard to get outside and walk around, blow off a little steam once in a while without catching a chill. But I hope you're doing okay where you're at, Mgtows, and I'd like to hear from you. Thanks a lot.